Check this out. One hand. Garage door is opening up very smoothly now. Did a lot of cleaning and adjusting to the tracks. This one in particular was crooked and causing the wheels to jump off the track. So that's in better alignment now. Not perfect, but I cleaned everything, all the cables, adjusted the springs. And if you saw the last video, that's where we ended things. So the garage is looking a lot better. Check this out. It is almost empty. I didn't get a lot of this recorded because my daughter's boyfriend jumped in and he just kind of went nuts getting rid of everything and clearing out the space. So we got a bunch of pallets and building materials sitting over here that we're trying to get rid of. Sorry for the wind noise. Got the dumpster completely full. Hopefully the trash man isn't too unhappy with us. Still have to get rid of all of this stuff. Not really sure how to do it yet. It's extremely heavy. Firewood for camping for my daughter and her boyfriend. We want to get rid of these two items. We're going to try to scrap these and see if we can get a little bit of money for them. A couple dollars might help with the rehab project. So it's an old washing machine and that's an old furnace. We've got a couple building materials here that we're still hanging on to. We may end up parting with one or two of those things. Haven't decided yet. And then we're trying to just organize things. So there was a bunch of random garden supplies and yard stuff out here, potting mix and stuff like that, and a couple pots. Tried to move some of we have sprinklers and other yard chemicals and things like that we're trying to keep together. And then this was some stuff that I actually had here for years that was given to me. It was a bunch of old lighting fixtures that friends of mine had given us, as they know that we're rehabbing houses. So they're like, hey, why don't you take our stuff that we don't need anymore? And I don't know, some of those things I might get rid of. A whole bunch of doorknobs, which is kind of nice. Some of these are still in the package there. So we have 4 of those, and then looks like 1 or 2 down there that have been opened already. We did have this old cabinet that we decided to repurpose and kind of use it temporarily for like a workbench. I don't know if this will stay here, if we'll eventually get rid of it, or what we're gonna do, but it's good enough for a garage. Yard tools, and this organizer, well, it's just a 2x4 with a bunch of screws in it, but that was already on the wall, and we just put all the tools up there. And then this pegboard was in the trash, or in the rubble that was in the garage here, and we decided to just hang on to that for the moment. You can see the floor all over. We blew out a lot of the debris that was in here, and probably a lot of spiders and things like that too. The floor it's not great. It actually could use a resurfacing because it's all cracked up, busted up. I think this is actually just dirt right here and there, and then there's busted up concrete here. We have that old rug there too. That needs to go. That's disgusting. There was an old rug in here underneath all that stuff. So a lot of progress here, and hopefully we can continue to make progress on the outside where we need to clean up some of those trees and start getting the outside ready for paint. The goal for today, we're going to spend a little time trimming up these trees that are hanging over the top of the garage. We're not going to be able to trim all the branches and not trying to get all the way up to the top of the trees, but just trying to get off the roof, get the branches off the roof. So hopefully you can see that. We've got quite a few here. Probably just try to get a lot of these here that are just directly on top of the roof. Got my pole saw here, and I got a ladder. May have to try to climb up on top of the roof, see what's going on. And back here, still need to try to figure out how to get this dumpster moved. Man, this trash is nasty. This is so gross. We'll clean this up too before we leave today. Still a long way to go. I was able to cut down 2 little branches and then immediately got my pole saw stuck. Right up there. Can't get it loose. I guess I'm gonna have to get the ladder, climb up there, and see if I can break that branch off. Climbed up on this ladder, got my saw unstuck. Branch is still intact for now. You can kind of see what we're dealing with up here. Got a whole bunch of lines with these tree limbs that are just really just hanging on to or leaning onto all these old lines. And none of these are electric. These are all old cable, satellite, that sort of thing. The one further back there, it's probably hard to see, but it's a silver color. That is the electric line. And I don't think we're at really any risk of any of these branches falling on that. This one here might be the one that's closest, so I'm glad we're getting rid of this one. By the way, what kind of tree is this? I remember seeing these a long time ago when I was a kid, and we called it a cigar tree. I don't know what it is. It's big. It shouldn't be there. A very tight spot in between the neighbor's garage and our fence. It really needs to go. I'm gonna call it quits for the little pole saw today. We did an amazing amount of work, and I'm just gonna find a broom and clean off this roof. But check that out. We cut down some massive limbs. Back down off my ladder here. Huge branches and limbs that were hanging over on the garage. I got a massive pile back here that I'm gonna have to figure out how to get out of this gate in just a second. But look at this. Clear line of sight for all these wires. For the moment, at least. I think there's still more that we can do. I didn't bring a handsaw with me. I probably could have gotten a few more of these branches and limbs, but I didn't want to get too close to the edge to try to cut these off too close to the edge of the roof, I mean. And I'm already making a huge pile of these branches that I'm cutting down. I don't really have a good place to put them. Let's see if we can even find our way out. Oh my gosh. Just threw all these branches off the roof. So I already have a pile started here. Here's the dumpster that we cleaned up. This is a pile that I just cut down. There's my ladder. But yeah, look at that. Got a lot of those branches down. Still a lot more that can be trimmed. These up here probably need to go. These can all go. Great progress. Quite a bit better. Still some rocks. Still a little bit of debris. The roof probably does need to be replaced at some point, but I don't think it's leaking now. You can kind of see where it's crumbling. Old like rubber, I don't know, whatever that kind of material is. It's a flat roof, it's a garage. I'm not too terribly worried about it. No plans to replace it anytime soon. I'm sure it'll last for a few more years before we get some little leaks here and there. So there's the massive pile of branches that we cut down today. It added up very quickly. And I didn't bring any kind of handsaw or anything to chop them up smaller. And that would have been smart because the green dumpster for getting rid of yard waste is right down the street. So we'll have to do that next time. Did clean up all the trash here around the dumpster. Look at that view. Much better, much cleaner. Looks a little better kept. So another project down. And yeah, so making progress here and still have many more projects to go around the garage. If you like this kind of content and you want to see more improvements, like what we're going to do to these brick walls, brick windows I should say, eventually we're going to glass block those in, and still plenty more to do in here. Hard to see right now, but man, things are looking really good, really clean in here. Probably still can set a lot of this stuff out at the dumpster I should say. It's interesting here in St. Louis, if you just set something metal out, there's people that drive up and down the alleys looking for scrap. So I was thinking about taking that in myself, but I don't want to deal with all the hassle. So we'll probably just set those things out by the dumpster, probably get rid of this big fan as well. And we gotta keep chipping away at this stuff. and get rid of it. But it's looking pretty good in here. We're still going to be looking into the electric, which comes in over there, so that we can get a new garage door opener and put in a couple of outlets and some lights. Probably still need to go through some more of this stuff over here, but it's organized for now, out of the way. Some other junk that we need to get rid of, like that wheel and door. But my daughter's boyfriend is using this space now for exercising, so that's good that we're getting some use out of the space. And that's about it. See you next time.